All right, good Friday morning. Model A's painted. You saw that. Gonna finish unmasking some things, throw the rear tires back on, throw the gas pedal on. And just kind of set this one aside for half a minute, let it set up for a day or so before I really start reassembly and wet sand and buff. So we're gonna set that one aside, and the 55 Chevy is coming in. We're going to start in on that with removing some of the trim pieces and removing a few things, getting it ready for its repairs and paint. So you'll see that one come in just a bit. We're going to throw this one together enough real quick to set it over, and we'll go from there. So,
hey Wayne, where are you going?
I'm going to go juke joint jumping. Stars are shining in the east Texas air. Another 50 minutes and I'm gonna be there. It's been a long drive, but everything is going alright. I'm on the Glade Water Highway going juke joint jumping tonight. Well, the juke joints, honey, where I learn how to sing, and where the honky tonk all night on Hank Williams is king. We're gonna do a little dancing. Keep at it till broad daylight. You're on the Glade Water Highway.
we got her in. This one here, I don't know if I've already went over it or not. A little bit of body work on the quarters, mostly around the wheel wells. A couple little spots here and there under the doors. We're pretty much doing a sand it down, clean it up, minus that little bit of body work. But we are also doing a color change. So the black's staying black, the silver is going red. Like a deeper, darker red. So yeah, pretty much just sand it down, paint it, barring those few little repairs. There's a little bit of body work on the trunk and around the taillights. Typical little spots for them to crack and pop and whatever. But overall, pretty clean car. Very solid car. So should be a quick, easy one to paint up. Literally a kind of scuff and square. We're not going to mess around with pulling a lot of this stuff here because we don't want to get into a restoration. We know what's, clips and bolts and hardware on that stuff. It starts breaking and we got to track stuff down and order stuff and whatever. just gonna do a real meticulous job painting, taping, and get it painted because it's a paint job, not a restoration. But yeah, so I'm gonna get into, I gotta pull the door panels. I am gonna pull the door latches, not for masking purposes, not latches, the locks. The customer needs the lock cylinders, have keys made up, or change the lock cylinders, I forget which, but I have to pull them. So that's the first thing I'm going to do while the car's drying off and kind of get an idea where I'm going to start, is I'm going to pull the interior door panels off and get going with the latches.
Well, the stars are shining in the east of desire. Another 50 minutes and I'm gonna be there. It's been a long drive, but everything is going alright. I'm on the Gladewater Highway going to joint jumping tonight.
Got a gal with a record machine. When it comes to rockin', she's a queen. We'll love to dance on a Saturday night. I'll hold her where I can hold her tight, but she lives on the 20th floor of town. The elevators are broken down, so I walk 1, 2, 5, 3, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 8, 5 more. Up on the 12th, I'm starting to drag. 15th floor, I'm ready to slide. Get to the top, I'm too tired to rock. Well, she calling me up on the telephone, said, come on over, honey, I'm all alone. I said, baby, you're mighty sweet, but I'm in bed with a aching feet. This went on for a couple of days, but I couldn't stay away. So I walked 1, 2, 5, 3, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 8, 5 more. Up on the 12th, I'm starting to drag. 15th to 4, I'm ready to sag. Get to the top, I'm too tired to rock.
Alright, we got the door panels off, the door lock cylinders out, a couple other little door handle trim pieces, fuel door trim piece, and just started going around, started drying the car, started our first round of leaving the trim on. You want to blow that stuff out as many times as possible because there's always going to be some dust or something that finds its way out of there when you're painting, guaranteed. So every time you're blowing something off and you're in the area, blow these trim pieces out. Yes, I know taking them off would be ideal, but so far we jumped in and I'll walk you around and show you some spots we found right away. I put some tape on the smaller stuff to point out to you and to kind of remind myself. I didn't tape obvious things like this when we were blowing out these trim pieces. Paint just started blowing right off of here. A little chip up here, same thing. So we're obviously gonna have to address that. A little bubbling going on down there. This right here, I believe, is gonna be our biggest little piece of bodywork right here. You can see, I'm imagining I'm gonna have to wind up making a new piece right here because I see a lot of Bondo and I see a lot of flex. Oh yeah, I can probably break that out right now. So I'll go after that with a grinder in a little bit and see where we're at. Typical little popping, playing around these tail lights. Little cracked filler right here. More popping. This side's pretty decent. I'm gonna clean up this lip of the wheel well. Bubble on the bottom of the door, I think I just spotted here. As for the rest of it, the paint's just kind of doing weird things all over. You can't really see it on the camera, but it's like, I don't know, solvent pop, and bubbling all over. So we'll get after that aggressively on stuff like that. Hog it right down with 80 and 180. See what we're working with on these spots like that anyway. And the roof's just faded. I don't know, almost same thing, like solvent popped on the clear. It's kind of weird. Looks like almost like the 80s GM hood and roof clear that all popped and died back and delammed. Kind of weird, discolored. So I'm gonna get after that spot with the grinder and get after a bunch of our other paint spots with the DA and some aggressive paper and start really seeing what we're working with.
Well, they sent to Chicago for repairs, till it's a fixed time of using the stairs. Hope to hurry up before it's too late. I love my baby too much to wait. All this climbing is getting me down. I find my corpse draped over a rail, but I climb 1, 2, 5, 3, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 8, 5.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some modestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up.
Alright, I feel a little better knowing that I am tapered back to good metal here and here. I mean, so I can make a patch somewhere like this, you know. They probably sell that piece for these cars, but I'll probably end up just making it time-wise. Time-wise, budget-wise, everything-wise, I'll probably just wind up making a patch for there. I really don't want to start digging around other places right now. It makes me nervous for things like that front fender where the paint was blowing off. There's obviously lots of, I don't know how thick, but I know it's obviously skimmed with mud because that's what's underneath where the paint blew off. So I'm just nervous that I'll take you up and show you in a second. But that's neat. Alright, so in this spot here, I'm going to very carefully scratch along the bondo here. Definitely goes behind the trim. But again, I don't know. I want to be very careful to pull this trim because it's a 55, so it's already got its dings here and there. Not sure how it's going to come off. So I'd like to do everything I can without taking them off, but this piece may be an exception to fix that fender properly. It's quickly turning into a bigger project than scuff it down and paint it. But we will get it. Okay, so now I'm just curious with all the bubbling paint in through here, what's underneath there. So I'm gonna just quick knock this down with some 80 grit and see what I'm working with here, just to sort of get an idea of what the car truly is underneath all this. actually see is everywhere there's a little like copper bubble. It's going right to going through like a couple different layers of primer where the bubbles are. So we try to take it a little deeper and see what's underneath. Still not quite sure what's going on. Now I'm right down to some body filler. It's almost as if there's some sort of a solvent pop in the body filler. Maybe something from one of the primers in the pinholes of the body filler. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna go down to 180 now and kind of go a little finer and more detailed and see if I can catch a spot, open up as it opens up and kind of see maybe what's going on here. Alright, so what we found on this side is similar to the other side and what we expected. More body filler, some pinholes. So what we're going to do here, I found a little, right where there was a, if you go back on the videos, there's a little chip and then there was, I could see a crack. Well, the crack was in the body filler right here. So I ground that back down, ground it up to good stuff and down to metal. So I'm gonna put a little filler there. This here, with all the layers of primers and paints and built right now, I'm having a hell of a time getting the feather out. So I feathered it out quite a ways. And I'm just going to skim this little spot with filler when I do that. Then we'll get the rest of this fender knocked down, get it finished down to 220, and it will be ready for primer. Yeah. Then we'll probably jump onto the hood, like I said, get that all sanded out, knocked down. And then I think I'm going to jump back on that quarter panel where we took that hunk of fiberglass out. See if I can make up a little patch there and get it tacked in. Hopefully be able to show you all that before we call it Friday. So I'm gonna go mix up a little mud and spread it on those two little spots we talked about, and you'll see that in just a second.
12th, I'm starting to drag. 15th to 4, I'm ready to sing. Get to the top, I'm too tired to rock.
Hello, you good-looking thing, you. Yeah? Huh? Now, this is the killer speaking. Do I like what? I sure do like it, baby. Chantilly lace, pretty face, ponytail hanging down, a wiggle in a walk, giggle in a talk. You're gonna make that world go round. Ain't nothing in the world like a big-eyed girl that make me act so funny, spend my doggone money. I feel real loose like a long-necked goose, like a whop, baby, that's what I like. Huh? Well, I what? Do I what? Well, I what? Can't never tell, baby. I might, but honey, you knows what I like. Chantilly lace, pretty face, ponytail.
Alright, so we got the hood and both fender tops down to 180 and 220. We feathered everything out. We fixed a couple spots here and there that we showed here and there. Everything else, we're gonna wipe down. I'm gonna put high build primer right to it, so we have something to work with to block out. So once we get that primer on there, we're probably gonna jump back once that's set up a few minutes, and we're gonna start making up that patch in the back. So yeah, we're gonna wipe this down and get some primer going on there.
Oh, because when the waffles on the giggle and the talk, they're gonna make the world go round. Ain't nothing in the...
Alright, we got our first coat of high build primer on the tops of the fenders and the hood. The troublesome spots we had with that, not sure, I think we're gonna call it solvent pop. It seems like it was solvent trapped in pinholes in body filler. So like old primer, not happy. So we got back down to the body filler, got down to the pinholes, and we are gonna prime the hell out of it. We're gonna block that all out. And of course it'll get sealed when the rest of the car gets sealed. So yeah, not bad. The car just came in this afternoon and we're getting a jump on it. Started as just discovery. We found that big hole back there. We knew there was going to be a patch there, but so we found that. Kind of dug into some other stuff, and we're handling it. So after this and that, it's more or less just a lot of just sanding out and repriming, resealing, and painting, with the exception of the color change. But yeah. Friday afternoon, we're feeling good. The Model A is looking good. I kicked it outside. It's getting baked in the sun. So yeah, we'll let that sit up. Probably get buffing on it on Sunday. Get it reassembled and out of here beginning of the week. And yeah, I'm hoping all the big body work's done throughout the course of the weekend, and then we'll run and grab all the paint supplies Monday, and maybe even be painting one of the two colors by Monday night, Tuesday, and this one will be out of here. So doing pretty good. The bike that's here, the customer stopped by and confirmed all the parts I'm going to order. So I'm ordering those parts when I get a half a second this weekend or this afternoon, and we'll stick that in with the mix of the projects and go from there. Oh hey, starring Samantha. So yeah, we'll get the bike thrown into the mix at some point here, but I'm gonna see what this meathead wants, and then and we'll get back after priming.
Girl to make me act so fun, spend my doggone money. Feel real loose like a long neck goose, like a oh baby, that's what I like. Huh?
All right, we're all primed up. We put 3 good coats of a high build primer on there. We're gonna let that set up. Just a couple minutes more to set up, and we're gonna jump back on the quarter panel and make that patch where that sweet fiberglass patch was. We're gonna size it up, chop out a chunk of metal, fit a piece of metal in there, and we'll get that chopped out and tacked in, and you can see that. And then we'll be nearing what I think is a good stopping point for the day. If I get that piece tacked in there, maybe a skim of fiberglass or something, but I'm gonna try to, yeah, we're gonna try to finish out the day with that little patch right there, and I'll feel pretty good.
Huh? What's that? Pick you up at 8 and don't be late? You gotta be joking, woman. I thought you might pick me up at 8 and don't be late. It don't make no difference, baby. You know what Jerry Lee likes. Chantilly lace, pretty face, ponytail hanging down.
All right, we've got this all ground down, back to some good metal. There's a lot of Bondo out in here, mostly, I think, built out to hide their patch. So I'm gonna go ahead now and find a nice clean line to chop this out. And then we'll go ahead and make a template for our patch. Make our patch, lay our patch on here and trim until it fits. And then we'll commence to getting it at least tacked in there. So that's what we're gonna do. And grab the grinder, chop this out to get a starting point, and then go from there. The reason I want to cut it first is I just want to make sure wherever I cut, I'm cutting back to good thick metal. Otherwise I could make my patch to what I think is good and lay it on there, and then I chop it out and it's, you know, thin or tender. So it's a good idea to just roughly chop it out ahead of time to see what you're working with. Just get close, you know, leave some to overlap to make your pattern and everything, but I'm gonna get that, what I know is bad and has to go chopped right out of there right now. So actually, you can watch me do that right now. As soon as I can find some glasses. That's fair. It'll work. The last 5 paint jobs are on these glasses, but it'll be enough to see what I got going on to chop this rust out. That right there is the stuff you watch for when you're doing patches like this. Then when you're cutting or welding, you don't catch on fire. It's in these old cars. But that's another good reason for why we just tack weld and work our way around and tack. Because instead of getting a whole bunch of heat, it's just little tack, little tack, little tack, little tack, little tack. So it's not building a whole bunch of heat. Not only is that good so you don't warp your metal all to heck and make it hard to bodywork, but it's also a good idea for anything that's on the back side that you might heat up and get hot enough to ignite, like this stuff here, or any of the old tar that's inside the panels, stuff like that. So it's good to know that I'm right there on a seam of it. I'll try to peel some of it back in the area that I know I'm going to be working. But yeah, there. So apparently they had, you know, a good sized rust hole right here. They just smacked it in and laid some fiberglass mat in there and fiberglassed it and mudded it, and I mean it did pretty well. I don't know how old of a paint job this is here, but all in all, it's held up pretty well. I mean, I showed you the few little blemishes of stuff popping and everything, but still, if it's a, you know, 20-year-old build, it's not bad. And something like this, I mean, it's crazy to think that this type of a repair would be in such a nice car with, I mean, such a nice motor. It's got a blown small block in it, and there's all kinds of money in the motor, and then this is the body work. So, but I'll give it to them. Everything that they did like this, I mean, the car is pretty straight for a black car, or, you know, mostly black car. The panels are pretty straight, so even though they may have used a lot of, you know, not so great methods, they definitely spent their time and blocked it and got it straight. So there's that. I'll give them that. This, I give them an F, but I give them a solid C+, B- on the rest of it. But yeah, that's a fail. But not, you know, it's not, because I just said it didn't fail. I mean, it bubbled and it blistered, but that, who knows how old that is. So, and that being said, this car isn't a daily. It doesn't see salt and snow and poor weather conditions. It lives in a garage, so if I chop this out and I weld a piece in right there, and I do a, you know, really nice job making a patch there, it's very, very unlikely there's gonna be a problem in the near future. If something like that lasted this long, I hope I can weld in a piece and have it last a little better than that. But that's that. We're gonna get looking at what we got going on there, make a little template, and get going with our patch. We got the sheet metal is there. Woo, you guys, there you go. Sheet metal's there and ready. So we're gonna template that up and transfer it over to the sheet metal, make up a little patch, and get it welded in there. So there we are. That's where we're at. And I'll let you guys check out this next little section.
Giggle and a walk, giggle and a talk. Oh, it makes the world go round. Ain't nothing in the world like a big-eyed girl. I act so funny, spend my doggone money. I'm feeling real loose like a long day cruise, like a wow, baby, that's what I like. Woo! Honey, you turn me up on this telephone, I swear.
Alright, so we got that all chopped out. We made up a patch. We're going to we threw some paint inside like we always do. Just I don't, even if it's cheap paint, I don't care. As long as you get something in that cavity, it's better than nothing. Same with the back of the patch. We painted the back of the patch. We're going to let that tack up. We'll set it on here, trace it, and we'll cut out exactly the shape of the patch on this side, and an overlap on the bottom and on this back edge. This back edge, we're gonna have to do a little creative welding, maybe even another piece. Same thing with down bottom here. But this should weld pretty nice and easy. We're gonna do a nice clean butt weld. I may even actually, second thinking what I'm telling you as I do it, I may lay this on here and tack it, and then and cut it, you know, tack a few spots and cut, so I have a butt weld with a good gap as I go on this side, the top and the side. The rest I'm gonna overlap and blend with weld. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna just lay it on there so it fits best, tack it, and then I'm gonna cut it in place for a butt weld on these two sides. Yeah, so as soon as that paint tacks up, I'm gonna be waiting a few minutes. You guys are gonna wait a split second, but the next thing you'll see me doing is tacking that on there. I'm gonna drag the welder out now and get going on that. Alright guys, I don't know how much, I know we're gonna get negative comments as YouTube takes off, and it wasn't even necessarily a negative comment towards me. I obviously appreciate and want every subscriber we can get, and I'm not going to say any names, but on one of the last few videos where we really started to take off, one of the subscribers, I don't even know if he's a subscriber, but a comment was made while I was working on the Model A about, I believe the comment said, wow, a white hot rodder listening to rap crap, there's something really wrong. It just doesn't set with me. It's kind of borderlines like racist, I don't know, like, yeah, I'm white and I work on hot rods. What does that mean I have to listen to? I don't know, like, what color I am and what I'm working on matter, what sort of music I'm listening to. I mean, I honestly go from something like he's commenting on, like Upchurch, like the country rap, to anything. I mean, I'm listening to like Wayne Hancock right now. I mean, and then I'll listen to a little new country or hip hop, or I listen to a lot of different music. I don't only work on hot rods. I enjoy a nice late model lowered truck, or a little fast BMW, or a lifted diesel truck, or, I mean, you name it, motorcycles, four-wheelers, boats. I think they're all cool. A comment like that doesn't set with me, and I know I should take every comment I can get and every subscriber I can get, but if you're gonna make comments like that, I'm doing this for fun. The YouTube is for, well, I get paid for the projects. The YouTube I'm doing for fun. Comments like that aren't constructive. So if you're gonna make comments on, like, you know, what color I am or what music I listen to, just move on to somebody else's YouTube channel. I don't get it. I don't know. I hate to throw the word racist out there, but I mean, that's kind of a racist comment. Like, you're white and you work on hot rods and you listen to rap. Like, dude, like, come on. Like, I don't know what you listen to or what you build, but I don't really care. It doesn't matter. So that's my rant. I wasn't going to say anything because I'm being kind of like trying to be neutral, but then again, I'm be true to who I am. And if, like, you say a comment that pisses me off, like, I'm probably going to call you out. Like, you know, there's a lot of cool people in this world. Doesn't matter what color or what kind of car they're working on. It's just, you know, keyboard warriors. I doubt that anybody would, like, say that to my face, you know. So, hey, I got it off my chest. I'll have to learn with getting used to all the different comments, whether they're positive or negative, but stuff like that, they bring it somewhere else, dude. I don't need it. Like, I don't need your comment or your subscription to my channel or follow or whatever the hell. Like, just bring it somewhere else, because everybody else is cool. We're having fun, and we're showing you do's and don'ts, and there's more than one way to do a certain thing. Is this like the only way to do it right here? Well, no. I mean, you saw that a guy slapped some fiberglass in there years ago, and it held up decent, and it's a nice car. Would other higher end shops have all this trim off, and they'd be replacing this whole quarter after the car was all blasted and it was on a rotisserie? Yeah. I mean, we have a car that's been all blasted and it's on a rotisserie right now, getting that type of work. We're doing a 67 GTO to that quality. This is a paint job. This is a driver. We're making something better than that out of, you know, some nice gauge, thick gauge sheet metal. I'm welding it in. And we're just showing you a few different ways to do it. And I appreciate that. I mean, we've been doing this for 5 months on YouTube now. And the last month just like kind of took right off. I know you guys like seeing the Model A and stuff like this. Some people like to see the, you know, the rocker jobs I'm doing on these trucks that are just keeping guys on the road or cleaning up a used truck or whatever. But it's apparent this sort of content is more popular, so we're going to try to push more of this. We have plenty of this lined up between hot rods and bikes and stuff, so we're going to show you more of that. But here we are. Now that I've went on my rant, my paint is almost tacked up inside my patch and inside there. So we're going to show you how we're going to weld that on, and what I was talking about tacking it on and then cutting along as a butt weld. So I'll show you that. Like I said, for me it's going to be a few minutes. For you guys, it'll be the next thing you see. Sorry I ranted, sorry I called out a guy. It didn't sit well, and I didn't want to leave it sitting there and stewing on it, so I figured I'd call stuff like that out right from the start here. You know, the guy's probably a cool guy, maybe he didn't mean it in any sort of harm, maybe he was just, you know, being funny or whatever, but hey, I didn't think it was funny. Doesn't matter what color I am, what color you are, what color, you know, what kind of car you're working on. We're all, if you guys are watching me work on this stuff, you like my cars, so, and what I'm working on, so hey, what I have on the radio in the background is my business, and what color I am is, hey, that's what color I am, that's how I was born, so none of that stuff matters. So to everybody else, thanks for watching, and yeah, you'll see this patch going on here in a minute.
Well, I'm gonna do you yapping, when you break it all down, you know what I like. Chantilly, pretty face, on his face, hanging down, a wiggle and a vocal on the giggle and the doggy to the nigga to the wiggle round. Ain't nothing in the world like a big-eyed girl, make me act so funny. I spend my money, I feel real loose like a long-necked goose, like a wild baby.
Don't go crying for me, darling. You know this is what I gotta do. But I know I'll be back before you know it. 'Cause you know I'm gonna get them A-Town blues. A-Town, baby. Adorned with neon, places that I've been most of my life. But no matter how hard I jump in a honky tonk I'm playing, the Maytown blues still come around at night. Wait for you. Oh my goodness. country, but I just can't seem to lose them A-town blues.
Alright, so we got that all welded in, the quarter patch. I'm gonna give everything a little skimmaroo of some fiberglass over all the welds, and probably gonna call it a night after that. It's Friday night. It's like 6 o'clock, 6:30. I don't know. I know I'm going to be out here all weekend, so let's say work until 7 on a Friday night is probably acceptable. This car's only been in here since this afternoon, and the tops of the fenders and the hood have been knocked down. A couple issues addressed and primed. This quarter patch that we didn't really know how far it went is already cut out, welded in, and about to get fiberglass. So I'd say that's a good stopping point for today. I feel pretty good about that, and we'll get right after it again tomorrow. Well, there you have it. That's our Friday at Highland View Hot Rods. Model A is painted. It's setting up to get buffed out, assembled. And here's this one. You know where we're at with it. So you guys enjoy your night, enjoy this video, and be looking for